Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan hima.
Ka Meghalaya Human Rights Commission mentaka sngi ka larakhe ka sngi jong ka hok long brio man brio ha ka perthei lani ka International Human Rights Day ka balabu e ka phang our rights our future right now lani ka hok jongi ka lawe jongi mentahi ha ka ni ka sngi ulat ka jela UCH Vijaya Shankar ulalong ka mukongsan but ka chairperson ka Meghalaya State Commission for Protection of Child Rights ka agatha ki sangma kum ka sembut kongsan haba jingkran ka agatha sangma kala banjur ka janan kam jong ka hok long brio man brio dak baong bakide ki mau jam jong ka buram brio ka jingar kat bat ka jing lait dun kapan pauru e ka jing sngo sarong bane shimenta ha ka jing rakhe bat kala khmi lenti e ka jing trelang ha ki por banwan ulat ka jala Vijaya Shankar ha ka jingkran jong u ulapun skhambyang e ka jinan kam ban buram e ka kol shor ka jing long shipara bat ban thau e ka imlang ka salang ka badan jingkermen nak benta baro ulakit bok kit riang ya baro bakin yo e ka sngi rakhe ya ka hok long brio man brio ka bakmen ulat pentik naru baka jingkhang jong ka Raj Bhawan kala plibet nak benta ka commission dak bakular ban penne e ka hok long brio man brio ha ka jela kani ka jing rakhe ka long kum ka jingpen kan mau e ka jinan kam ban yada bat kan tio e ka hok long brio man brio bat ka jinan kam ban trilang ban thau e ka imlang ka salang ka ba hok bat ka baya de dur ula
of child rights duty adito Somalia. By 2014, when he told me, my God, $10 back, wonderful. You have got bright future. Child right, protection of child rights, Srimati Adita Samaji, Honorable Chairperson of the Meghalaya Human Rights Commission Justice YPG. There are some similarities between you and me, Mr. YPG. You also took all in 56, I also 56. And your name also, initial letter is V and myself also V. Starts from V. YP and Vijay Shankar. We meant for victory ultimately. YPG, DG, and members of the Human Rights Commission, esteemed guests, and most of the law students that come here, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we gather to commemorate the 76th International Human Rights Day. Let us reflect on the profound significance of the occasion. This day marks the adoption of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, reminding us that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. I commend Meghalaya Human Rights Commission under the leadership of Honorable Justice YP for his dedicated service since its inception in 2016. Over the first 80 years, the Commission has addressed numerous cases, helping victims and upholding the principles of justice and equality. Human rights are the cornerstone of a peaceful and prosperous society. Sadly, there are still many instances of discrimination, fear, and injustice around us. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that every individual, irrespective of religion, caste, or gender, feels safe, respected, and valued. By this time, just I recall myself, one philosopher says, many of the young police officers, they are very much present here, and law students. The philosopher says, fear fear, hungry, sleep, and sex. These are common to man and animal both. These are common to man and animal both. But how do you differentiate man from animal? How do you differentiate man from animal? That philosopher says, man has got reasoning power. Man has got thinking power. He knows better what is good and what is bad. What should be done, what should not be done. What is good for the society, what is not good for the society. He has got reasoning and thinking power. He can assess himself what is good and bad. If at all is not in that position, if at all is not in that position to reason himself, to think and take decision, which is right and wrong, if at all is not in that position, is nothing but animal in form of human being. Until this day, let us reaffirm our commitment to fostering a culture of peace, brotherhood, and understanding. Let us work together to minimize human rights violation in the state of Meghalaya and create a society where everyone can live with dignity and hope. Thanks to all of you and wish you all a meaningful International Human Rights Day. And I have been heard about YFG, most disciplined man, most committed personality, and well behaved. This is what I have been heard about him. And no compromise. If at all the issue, matters of principles comes, the matter of ideology comes, they never have been compromised. That's what I have been heard about him. In that way, right person, now he is sitting in the right place. You should be in standing example. Rest of the other commissioners, whoever comes here to serve the state of Meghalaya in the Human Rights Commission, you are taking decision. Where we have approached, you should remain in the street. And you should be standing example for the rest of the other commissioners whoever comes here. You should be the standing example. You have got that commitment, you have got that personality. I have been taking the report about you, about your personal life and public life. So, people of Meghalaya, they have got high respect for you and you have got lot of hopes. You being the chairman of the commission. In that way also, I wish you all the good luck. Thanks to all of you and wish you all a meaningful International Human Rights Day. Thanks to all of you and wish to meet we people. The doors of Rajmohan are always open for you people. Nothing personal myself. Nothing personal. Only thing, sincerely I should serve the state of Meghalaya. No personal agenda. I have been served as MLA, I have been served twice as a member of parliament, I have been served as MLC, I have been served as a minister of forest. For the last 40 years I am in the public life. Nothing personal. Till today, I have been remained as a non-corrupt. I am going to remain as a non-corrupt person. Very sincerely, I have to serve the state of Meghalaya. And when the chairperson had come here, YPG, I will discuss the many issues related to forest and environment. That's what he mentioned. We have to take up all those issues here. This is the rate. This is not the right platform, right forum. Some other day I come. Many of the issues I have to be discussed with you people and I have to pass on it to you people. I make use of some of the time, definitely I come. Only because of that issue I come. By that time, definitely we are going to take up all those issues. Once again, I wish all of you and all the best. Let's meet again. Thank you so much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank Justice YP for inviting me to such a wonderful program. I'm so honored to be here and I really look forward to the coming times because I understand that our commissions will be working hand in hand and often overlapping. So I really look forward to working with you and your team and I think I can speak on behalf of the Commission today, the SCPCR, all the members who are present here with me. I can speak on behalf of them and I'm really honored to have this opportunity to be present here and speak a few words and share a few words with all of you. Today, as we gather on this forum to celebrate the International Human Rights Day under the theme Our Rights, Our Future, Right Now, let us take the time to pause and reflect on the profound meaning behind these words. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights adopted by the United Nations provides a global framework for protecting fundamental rights and freedoms. These rights include the right to life, liberty and security, freedom from oppression and discrimination, the rights to education, work and a standard of living, and freedom of thought, expression and religion. The human rights are the cornerstone of human dignity, equality and freedom. They are not privileges bestowed upon us. They are inherent entitlements. They are guarantees to be respected. They are not abstract ideals, but are the foundation of dignity, justice and peace. The rights we cherish today, like the rights to justice, liberty, equality and fraternity, are enshrined in the preamble to the Constitution, did not materialize by chance. They are a result of struggles fought by generations before us. Whether it was our struggle for independence, to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, and to the framing of our Constitution, generations before us have put in the effort and we are reaping the rewards. Yet the fight is not over. In India, in our state, and in our state, people are still denied their basic rights. Children are robbed of their education due to poverty and other factors. They are subjected to violence and abuse. Marginalized people are still battling with inequality and discrimination, whether at home or in the society at large. Speaking in this forum as a protector of child's rights, rights of children have been inherently enshrined in our Constitution, and with newer legislations like the Juvenile Justice Act, the RTE Act, which is the Right to Education Act, the POCSO Act, which is the Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, and other laws have only added more strength to ensure that children to a happy and a free life. However, these rights are guaranteed only in paper, and they serve as a reminder that rights on paper must translate into reality for everyone, everywhere. The future we envision is not a distant dream. It is a reality we must create. It is a future where equality is ensured and sustainability is prioritized. Protecting human rights is not just about addressing present inequalities, it is about safeguarding our collective destiny. We do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children. This is a very old Native American proverb that highlights the ideas that children are the rightful owners of the earth. Yet for how long can we borrow our children's future for our today? Our rights are not just for today, they shape the world we leave behind for the generations to come. For our children, the leaders, the innovators, and the change makers of tomorrow, the choices we make today will define the world that they will be inheriting. For the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing, is more apt. The growing inequality that is happening in our society is not a result of oppression. It is our collective failure to raise our voices against injustice and standing in solidarity with those in need. Advocacy for human rights does not require grand gestures or legislations. It also begins with everyday actions. The fight for human rights is a collective effort. Government, communities, and individuals all have a role to play. However, it's time, rather than to think collectively about human rights, we ask ourselves individually, what is the least bit I can do to make human rights a reality for all? What can I advocate for change in my family, my community, and society as a whole? But most importantly, can I educate myself on human rights and take initiatives that support the dignity of those in a lesser position than myself? Let us not forget that the theme of the day is our rights, our future right now. As individuals, we must make the effort to promote human rights, and as each individual effort becomes a collective effort, we can reach the ideals of our rights and our future. In conclusion, our rights, our future right now is a call to action. It is a reminder that the pursuit of our inalienable human rights is not a distant goal, but a pressing responsibility. Together, we have the power to create a world where every individual can live with dignity and freedom. Let us commit ourselves to this cause right here, right now. Let us remember that our rights define our future, and the actions we take today shape the world for a better tomorrow. With these words, I would like to conclude my speech. Thank you everyone for having me here today.